This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start right here on WKYT. Good morning and welcome. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Andrea Walker. It is Tuesday, September 6th. Let's get straight to the stories making headlines this morning.
Now at 6:30, an arrest has been made in connection to a shooting at a Lexington gas station. We'll have the latest details on that.
For the second time in a week, Lexington teenager has been accidentally shot, shooting himself.
And an EKU student is gaining social media fame for his huge Pokemon mural. We'll have a closer look. It has livened up campus, and that's coming up this morning. Also a breaking story in that we have a person hit by a train in southern Kentucky, so the details are coming right up.
We're learning new information all the time now. Micah.
I know.
It's old news now with you because it's getting hot again, buddy.
It is.
It's getting hot in here, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, are you going to sing that for
no.
us? No, you don't want to sing that one. Not this morning.
But you could feel it. It was back yesterday.
Yes, it was. This weekend, you talked about this morning. This weekend was phenomenal.
It was.
But then yesterday, we started seeing those temperatures get upper 80s, lower 90s. And we'll see that again today. And that's going to go through really the next few days. It's not going to change that much. What you felt yesterday, what you're going to be feeling again today. So it's a muggy one in store, right around 90 degrees, and staying dry too. I believe that's the key the next couple of days. However, we get off towards your Thursday. It's really late Thursday off into your Friday. These storms could affect Friday night football, and also looking towards your weekend, here comes that front, and the best chance of rain is during parts of your weekend. I'm going to show you when exactly you can expect that coming up.
Okay, we'll see you shortly, and we thank you.
We are continuing to track breaking news out of southern Kentucky. State police have confirmed that one person has been hit by a train in Whitley County.
This happened early this morning. Details very limited right now, but police are telling us it happened about 2 o'clock this morning in the Rockos community near Highway 26 between Corbin and Williamsburg. A very windy road, and the railroad tracks run just off to the side there of 26. We're working to gather some more information about the incident. We'll continue to update you on air and online at WKYT.com. Again, we do not know the extent of injuries or what has happened to the person hit by a train in the Rockos area of Whitley County this morning. And we're learning some new details about a shooting at a Lexington gas station. Police say Antonio Simpson is now charged in connection with the case.
WKYT's Lauren Miner joins us live with more on the investigation. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Bill and Andrea. Well, a scary situation at the Marathon gas station yesterday. Now, police are still looking for the shooting suspect, but they do have one man behind bars this morning. 21-year-old Antonio Simpson is being charged with possession of a firearm by a wanted felon and receiving stolen property. The shooting happened just after 4 p.m. yesterday at the Marathon on Trent Boulevard. Police say a 35-year-old man was at one of the gas pumps when someone shot him 4 times in the abdomen and once in the head. The man was then taken to UK Hospital, where he immediately went into surgery. He remains in the hospital this morning with some serious injuries. Now, police are also reviewing surveillance this morning as part of the investigation. Reporting live in Lexington, Lauren Miner, WKYT.
All right, scary situation with unanswered questions there on that. We want to welcome Lauren Miner to WKYT, by the way, out there reporting for us this morning.
You're going to see a lot more of her in the coming weeks.
Absolutely. For the second time in just a week, a Lexington teenager has been injured during an accidental shooting. The
latest incident happened on Augusta Drive after a 15-year-old accidentally shot himself while playing with a gun. Police say he was taken to UK Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They say the teen originally told them he was injured in a drive-by shooting, but they say he later admitted that he and a friend were playing with a gun when it accidentally went off. Police say a similar accident happened a week ago when a 14-year-old was injured after being accidentally shot by his friend at Raintree Apartments on North Locust Hill Drive. Lexington police say they found a shooting victim outside a hotel on Labor Day. Police say a 24-year-old man was riding in a car on Buena Vista Road when another person in that car shot him. The victim was then found in the parking lot of the Microtel Motel. Police say he had serious but non-life-threatening injuries. At last check, no arrests have been made.
The case against 2 Laurel County parents accused of abuse is set to continue and move ahead this morning. We could find out if they'll be charged with murder in the death of their baby.
Sean Moody is at the alert desk with details. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Bill and Andrea. A spokesperson for the Laurel County Sheriff said the 7-week-old girl had severe head trauma when she was airlifted to Kentucky Children's Hospital here in Lexington. She died not long after. That little girl's body was taken to Frankfort for an autopsy, and so far we haven't seen a report on her cause of death. Now, the Sheriff's Office charged both of the baby's parents, you see them there on the screen, Gary and Jessica Nicely, with assault and wanton endangerment. Investigators have said that each of them has claimed the other is responsible for what happened. They'll be in court in Laurel County today to find out what will happen to their charges since that little girl died. The sheriff's deputy also told us there were a 4- and 7-year-old in the home as well. He said it was possible the couple could face more charges related to those 2 children. Bill, Andrea, back to you.
A heartbreaking story. Thank you, Sean. A Boyle County woman accused of killing her 3-year-old step-granddaughter will head to court today. Shyla Rayleigh's trial will start soon on September 19th. Little girl Alexa Rayleigh died in June of 2014. Police say she suffered blunt force trauma to her stomach in Rayleigh's care.
Well, employees at a northern Kentucky Taco Bell have found a boat right in the middle of their drive-thru. Here are some pictures that were taken at the Fort Wright Taco Bell. Employees say the boat's been damaged and so was the drive-thru, but what happened there? Well, there was no tow vehicle for the boat, and Taco Bell has had to shut down that drive-thru for now. Police are trying to track down the owner of the boat. Surely they'll come forward, right?
Not something you see every day, right there.
Exactly. The Whitley County Sheriff's Office is investigating this morning what they're calling an unusual drive-by shooting.
The main suspect in the case is 71-year-old Julia Miller. Right now, deputies have charged her with wanton endangerment. Investigators say Miller fired 5 shots at a home on Whetstone Road, hitting a window pane, but luckily no one was hurt. Deputies say they later found a .22 caliber pistol and 5 shell casings inside her car. Investigators say it's still unclear why Miller shot at the house.
Don't have a reason. Without question, there was some anger, or it was random. Whichever doesn't make any sense.
Deputies say the folks who live in the home do know Miller, but they're not sure how they know her. Investigators say they do not think alcohol was involved. The sheriff says the case will be presented to a Whitley County grand jury.
Lexington Mayor and Democratic nominee Jim Gray used Labor Day to unveil his jobs plan as he tries to unseat Republican Rand Paul in the upcoming Senate race. Mayor Gray released his economic agenda at the United Auto Workers Union Hall in Louisville yesterday. Gray says he wants to invest in infrastructure, broadband internet, and education to try to bring more jobs and attract business to Kentucky. He also stressed the importance of small business and increasing access to small business loans.
A Pulaski County man put his heart and soul into creating a park, and he was devastated when vandals damaged it earlier this summer. Glenn Wheeler helped create Wheeler Park and its softball fields decades ago. The vandals damaged the lights and concession stands and stole some equipment.
First time in 35 years I hadn't been here. It broke my heart.
But there is a silver lining. After the vandalism, Wheeler's family got together and surprised him by getting the fields back in shape. Wheeler said he was grateful for what they had done. The family hopes the fields will be ready to go for leagues to start playing there again next summer.
Well, we certainly hope so, and good that they've turned that sad situation around there. All right, there's this EKU student who has become well known not only on campus now but elsewhere for drawing Pokemon characters around campus, and he's at it again. This time he's worked in a much bigger space.
Those weren't there when we were there, were they?
Right.
Wiley Cottle has a new goal. He wants to draw all 151 original Pokemon characters on the Colonel's campus. Cottle says outside the Keen Johnson building is a perfect canvas for his artwork, and turns out it's also a pretty popular spot to play the game.
All right, they seem to enjoy it. Of course, Daniel Boone, the statue's nearby. You can rub his toe for good luck. That's campus tradition, right?
He's a good artist, isn't he?
He really is.
He does a good job.
Yeah, they're proud of him. The president over there, Dr. Benson, has been, tweeting about it and getting the story out and around.
I love it.
That's good.
Good stuff.
All right, the time is 6:40 this morning.
Let's see how traffic is moving this morning.
Let's go check on Officer Don and see what's happening with live drive traffic. Don, good morning.
Good morning. Well, no collisions on the circle, and we're okay on the interstate to start things off. Even through the construction zone there on Todd's Road, the widening project from Man-O-War over to the I-75 overpass, we're doing okay. It's going to look outside. We'll show you what's happening as far as drive times. From Nicholasville, 12 minutes. From Paris, about 18. And from Richmond, we're looking at 32 minutes across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
Don, we thank you so much and remind you that you get the latest traffic and weather anytime if you have the WKYT Weather Plus Traffic app. And you can download that for free and easy in the app or Google Play stores. Can we say good morning again? Good to have you with us. Tuesday on WKYT as you rise and shine. We have more news on the way.
We sure do. We've got a heartwarming story for you when we come back. A Florida State football player has made a big difference in one sixth grader's life. In his words, he's now a superstar. We'll find out why when we come back on WKYT this morning. Stay with us.
And they won a big game against Ole Miss late last night. I'm sure that meant a lot to them as well. Steamy temperatures going on today, but you know what? The focus is about the steam, but some storms are on the way. It's not anytime soon. I'll show you in your 7-day forecast when they arrive how to plan around those coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
You're in the mid to upper 60s early this morning, and it's getting a little bit warmer each and every single day. We actually finished off upper 80s, lower 90s yesterday, but the humidity was down. That's the key. During the summer months, you got to remember, we're still in summer. We're not until we hit fall around the 22nd of this month. So we still got some time. 66 now in Jackson. Things will look great once the sunrise. Official sunrise is at 7:13. So 11 a.m. there for the playground forecast. Teachers, heads up. You want to get the kids out today because the low humidity is still out there. It'll actually feel pretty nice there at 11 a.m. to about 1 p.m. when you start to get the kids out the door. 87 there by 1 p.m. We'll finish off right around 90 degrees, but still staying dry. Next couple of days gets a little humid. So today is definitely the best day throughout the rest of the work week. Because here's the deal. Huge dome of higher pressure just over the Appalachians. What happens there? Winds coming in from the south and southwest. That will pump in that moisture and much warmer air too. So we're still going to be seeing a different feel the next couple of days as that humidity slides on in here. But we're staying dry. I mean, you can see there's nothing going on. Storms are on the horizon. I mean, they're knocking on our doorstep once we get toward Thursday. And as of right now, the timing of this right now is Thursday evening off into Friday. That's when we start to see some storms move on in. None of this is going to be a washout, but nonetheless, a few storms are in the forecast. So if you're heading out about and you're trying to plan for the next couple of days getting out and knocking out this weather, because this weather has been really, really nice. Nice Labor Day evening. Just tweet it to me. Get on Twitter. Follow me, Mike Harris WX, and you can tweet it to me. I love showing these off. A really cool picture from Johnny Nicholson, the KY niche right there in southern Kentucky. 7-day forecast here is your look. 90 today, 90 tomorrow. They're carbon copies of each other. Not much of a change from yesterday, except for the fact, like I was talking about, here comes some moisture in the store on Wednesday into Thursday. Now through Thursday, I would say Thursday afternoon looks dry, but late storms, and you say, well, when is late? Because we got some plans going on. Late is going to be your evening hours off into your nighttime hours. That's your best bet. And then Friday, you'll have a few storms laying around, so that'll give us the chance of rain there on Friday. As of right now, I don't see it really affecting us that much in terms of just being a washout. I don't see that. So Friday night football, know that a thunderstorm will be around, but for the most part, most of us will stay dry. Off into your Saturday, there's no doubt about it. That front is right over us, and guys, that will give us the best chance at rain. And the 7-day forecast, if you have any plans, festivals going on, you might want to just plan that. Here we go with some storms there on Saturday, but it feels much better on Sunday. 76.
Only because I promised on Twitter I would ask you about it. The Cape yesterday.
Yeah, the Cape.
You're out,
well, you got to remember.
You're grilling out. It's 91 degrees. Keep that in mind. And you're wearing a cape.
And I'm wearing a cape. Yeah. You know,
I haven't seen this yet. I got to
go to his Twitter.
I've got a 2-year-old, all right? So we were playing around. And October's coming up, Halloween. So we're trying to get him in the spirit of dressing up. So we're throwing on capes. We're putting on these outfits. And my wife was like, you got to go knock out some burgers. I was like, I'm wearing my cape.
Shoot,
Nobody's taking my cape.
Superman.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
All right. Check
just
it
a
out.
big old kid, isn't he?
Thank you so much. 6:47 on WKYT. Micah's one who wanted to dress up. Come on.
One and only.
The college football player who befriended a boy with autism thrills his #1 fan during the FSU versus Ole Miss game. An update for you here.
Yeah, I love this pair. The Seminoles wide receiver Travis Rudolph and 6th grader Bo Paskey have made headlines. Last week we told you about the 5 Florida State players who are visiting Bo's Tallahassee Middle School as part of a community service program. That's when Rudolph saw Bo eating alone and he decided to eat with him. Well, that superstar streak isn't over just yet. Rudolph invited Bo to meet the entire team and watch the game. Bo got plenty of hugs and even his own personalized jersey. Bo watched FSU beat Ole Miss 45-34. So a good update right there.
Absolutely. And, you know, he just said something clicked. He just knew that it was the right thing to do, to go over and sit with a young boy. And now
like
looks
you
like they're
mentioned,
friends.
now everybody wants to sit with him. He's not sitting alone anymore.
You got it. Now he's the star. All right, 6:48 our time. We're rolling towards 7 o'clock on your Tuesday morning.
We've got more news for you when we return. Stay with us.
Coming up, what's next for the candidates as the presidential race hits the home stretch? We're on the campaign trail with both Clinton and Trump. Plus, why some are concerned about a chemical being sprayed in Miami to fight Zika. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
Welcome back to WKYT This Morning. We have more on the breaking news out of Southern Kentucky. It turns out this is a worse situation than we have known. State police have now confirmed that 2 people have died after being hit by a train in Whitley County. This is in the Rockholes area.
The details are pretty limited, but police tell us it happened around 2 o'clock this morning. That was on Highway 27 between Corbin and Williamsburg.
26, yeah.
Oh, 26, excuse me.
And that's a very curvy road, and then the railroad is off to the side there. We're now getting a crew on scene to bring you further details. We do not have names at this point, nor do we know why they were there on the railroad tracks. But again, 2 people confirmed hit and killed by a train in northern Whitley County in the Rockholes area this morning. Stay with us, of course, for mid-morning this morning at 10 and the noon news, and then, of course, updates on WKYT.com.
Lexington police are still searching for the man who they say shot another man multiple times, sending him to the hospital.
That's one of the stories making headlines this morning, and here is WKYT's Sean Moody joining us with a look at what's trending on the web. Sean?
Hey there, Bill and Rebecca. We've learned new details about that shooting. Police arrested Antonio Simpson in connection with that case. They say he was seen trying to hide a gun in the bushes near the gas station after that shooting. Now, police say Simpson is not the shooter, but they tell us he knew the victim, who was shot multiple times. We don't know that man's name. We do know he is still in the hospital. Also trending this morning on WKYT.com, Mount Sterling police arrested 6 people in a drug bust at a motel. Police tell us some extra traffic in a motel room tipped them off. We're told they found meth inside that room. Those 6 people now face drug trafficking charges. Those stories plus a creative student at EKU is at it again. This time, his chalk masterpiece includes all 151 original Pokemon. If you're a fan of the game or just a fan of campus art, you can click on that story at WKYT.com for a closer look at that piece. That is what's trending online on your Tuesday morning. Back to you, Bill and Andrea.
All right. We've enjoyed looking at that art. You can check that out on our website anytime. A Lincoln County woman is without a home this morning after it was badly damaged in a fire. It happened at a home on Spring Valley Road yesterday. Nobody was injured in that, but the homeowner says she lost much of what was inside the house. She says she has lived there for 26 years. Firefighters are still investigating the cause. They believe the fire, though, started in the attic. Investigators still are not sure what caused the death of a person found inside a burning car in Lexington. Lexington police have released very few details about the investigation, but they say people who were deer hunting nearby discovered the burning car at the intersection of Elkchester Road and Red Road after hearing a loud boom in that area. The Fayette County coroner has not released the name of the person found dead inside the car. The body, though, we have been told, has been sent to Frankfort for an autopsy. The Richmond City Commission will meet and talk about police wages this morning. City officials met last month and they talked about the pay scale for officers. A group called the Ellis Coalition, in honor of fallen officer Daniel Ellis, has pushed for a pay increase for months, saying that they are focused on making the community safer and keeping more experienced officers there. Mayor Jim Barnes has previously said that he wants to make sure that a pay increase makes financial sense for the city. Special call meeting set for 10 o'clock this morning at Richmond City Hall.
And we have something sweet we want to pass along to you this morning. You're going to like this. Dairy Queen restaurants will be giving out free frappes today. Just stop by any of their 4 Lexington locations between 2 and 5 this afternoon for your free dessert.
There you go.
Sounds good.
The price is right. A Texas mom has gone viral for making sure that her son was not left out from an annual school event.
I love this story. She did so by dressing up like a man to attend her son's, Donuts with Dad event at school. The pictures of her in a plaid shirt and mustache have become a big hit on social media. She said she got a lot of support from moms from across the country and dads as well. She even heard from single parents around the world who shared their stories. And you know what? I have a single mom, so I totally understand this story. You know, there are a lot of moms out there that have to play both roles, and dads as well. So, you know, it's a tough job, but they do it well.
Yeah, well, she did it very, very well.
I love it.
Yeah, how about that? All right, we want to check in with Micah before we go. A final look at the weather as we head into your Tuesday.
Yeah, and leaving you with news-wise a really awesome story. Now, weather-wise, I'm going to leave you with some awesome weather. 65 degrees there in Frankfort, 66 in Jackson. All looks well. I mean, it looks really good this morning. Actually feels pretty nice too. Emoji cast, put a little smile on your face there. As my emojis have them, and they have sunglasses too, and you'll need those as you head out and about. Later on this afternoon, 90 degrees, and we're going to hold on to pretty warm air as we go through the next few days, guys. But at least we're dry. There's some good news.
We're going to want to hang on. Yeah, right. We're going to want to hang on to that warm weather a while, right? Nobody's more up to date than you to start your day. Thank you for being with WKYT.
Have a great day.